A quick disclaimer, this video is entirely my opinion, and the list may change depending on the updates. Anyway though, I hope you enjoy the video. For number 10, we have the Raptor Dark Dagger. This weapon utilizes covered lethality along with condition overload and a stance that forces slash procs onto an enemy really nicely. This weapon has very misleading base stats, however, as you can see, it performs amazingly well. This weapon unfortunately suffers from a lack of range and overall usability against enemies that cannot be hit with status effects. For number 9, we have the Venka Prime. This weapon features a unique combo counter which will basically allow it to increase much faster, combined with Relentless Combination, and this weapon's 4 slash procs, you will be hitting orange and red crits in basically no time. Number 8, we have the Distressor Prime. This weapon utilizes condition overload along with the Vulpine Mask stance to do a lot of damage very quickly. Even if your enemy won't die by the time this stance is over and the bleeds will basically most of the time kill them, it also has a guaranteed finisher. Number 7, we have the Lacera. The Lacera is a pretty potent weapon which unfortunately suffers from a lack of overall usability and no crit, but it is still very good with condition overload. Now for number 6, we have the Zenistar. This weapon on its own may not be very good, however it can be combined with other weapons to do a lot of damage very quickly. This weapon's unique effect is that it shoots out a disc on a charge attack, and using another charge attack will then retract the disc. This disc can shoot out elements very quickly, and if you use other weapons to proc condition overload on the target, you can make the disc do much more damage than what it usually does. Here is an example of the following. That's pretty good. Now for number 5, we have the Tatsu. The Tatsu can have up to 6 elements at a time, which basically makes condition overload a must-have on this weapon. It also has very potent slide attacks, and it will grant a stack of soul charge every time you kill an enemy, and using a slide attack will then release the soul charge, which can allow for a guaranteed finisher. Number 4, we have a tie between the Dual Carriers and the Prisma Dual Cleavers. Both of these weapons utilize Carving Mantis, which is a very potent stance since it forces a lot of slash procs, along with condition overload and a high crit and attack speed. If you don't know, slash procs scale very well with crits since they multiply the damage, basically allowing the weapon to do a lot more damage than it's supposed to, along with also going through armor. I put these in a tie, but as you can see, the Prisma Dual Cleavers isn't doing as good in this clip. That is only because I couldn't get the combo to proc. We are looking for Dark Worship to proc, however I couldn't get the combo to proc in this clip. Still very good without the combo. Now for number 3, we have the Plague Trip-Off. Those are the parts I used to make it. I'm not using the Polearm, I'm using the Rapier. The Rapier is a very potent weapon, much like the Tatsu. It can have up to 6 elements. However, it performs much better than the Distressor Prime, which I'd say is its counterpart. If you cannot bold the Distressor Prime, I would just recommend going for this when Plague Star is active. Now for number 2, we have the Redeemer Prime. It may do much more damage than the number 1 weapon, however, I just feel like the number 1 weapon is much more reliable. Number 1, we have the Grand Prime. I think everyone could have seen this coming. It is an absolute broken weapon with 34 crit and 34 status, along with some of the best stances in the game.